Hello, everybody, and welcome to Team Call tonight. Tonight, we are going to be talking about self-leadership, and Amy is going to be hosting the call. So if you are listening to the playback, make sure you have pen and paper so that you can take note. I do have a few announcements this week, and I wanted to talk a little bit about Platinum Edge that is coming up in November. If you have not heard about Platinum Edge, it is something that is going to be going on starting in November. I believe it's November 13th. I have it written down, but my phone just died. So November 13th, and go ahead and get your tickets. It is like a mini summit, but what is awesome about it is that it's just our team, our upline coach, Christine Dwyer, will be running it, and it's more intimate than Summit, but it's bigger than a Super Saturday. So it's really great to get around the team and to do something just to fill your cup up and learn and grow and work out with celebrity trainers. Just have a great time and get to know your team a little bit better. So if you have not gotten your tickets yet, talk to your coach, talk to me, talk to Amy, whoever your coach is, and make those arrangements, and we can answer any questions that you guys may have. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Amy. Amy, you can go ahead and start.
Okay. Thank you. Hi, guys. Thanks for having me on, Shawana. So tonight, when Shawana asked me, if I might want to talk on the team call, when I said yes, I said, well, one thing that I'd like to talk about is these 3 disciplines of self-leadership. For those of you guys that don't know me that well, I'm kind of a team call and training junkie. So, I literally, watch a ton of different team calls each week, and also find a bunch of trainings and stuff either on YouTube or, and other things on the online office, or, also other people outside of Beachbody that offer, social media training and stuff like that, because I feel like I'm so new in my business. I am 8 months into my business, as much training as I can get and utilize. Not just, it's of course good to listen to all the training, but then try and put it into practice as well. The better it will be. And I am very committed to growing my business and determined to try and grow it as effectively and, quickly. I don't want to say quickly and say, but strongly. Okay, so in a strong and smart fashion. So anyway, this call that I'm going to talk about today, it's something that I heard on another team call that I listened to one day and took notes from. And the people who in that team call actually were reiterating the 3 disciplines of self-leadership that were discussed at a leadership training given by Beachbody Corporate for 2-star diamonds and above or something. It was emerging leaders this year. So I thought, hey, this is really good, and obviously not something everyone's gotten to hear because it was emerging leaders earlier this year. So I thought it was pretty cool. I liked how it was presented. So like Shawana said, make sure you get your pen and paper out, because I think there are some really great golden nuggets that were presented that I'm going to represent to you tonight. So the 3 disciplines of self-leadership. Number 1, be completely committed. So being completely committed starts with your why. And I know that we talk about your why a lot, but it's important to be in very close connection to your why, because that's what's going to drive you forward. So your why can be something like, I want to help people or whatever, but really try and dig deeper into what your why is. And I know I discussed this in my Coach Basics group recently, so you may be hearing this again, but I was reading the book Know Your Why, which is a great book, and he said, your why should be completely selfish, and that's okay. So yes, all of us want to help people, all of us, but your why needs to be something that's going to really drive you when the times are tough, okay? Because to be completely honest, like there will be tough times in your business. There'll be time when you feel like you're flying high and things are going great. And there's going to be times when it's harder, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. That happens to everyone. There's ups and downs. But if you don't have a really strong, powerful why, then when things get hard, like you may want to quit, right? And so your why is what's going to keep driving you. So if you haven't really thought about what your why is, I encourage you to think about it and to write it down. Write your story so that you have it to share with people, okay? So to kind of demonstrate this a little bit, I'm going to tell you in a very short fashion, because obviously your why can be an entire team call. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about my why, and also to show you that it's okay for your why to change over time.
Yeah.
So when I first signed on as a coach with Shawana, I signed on as a discount coach. I really just wanted the discount. I wanted increased accountability, to know that I'd really stick with not only the exercise, because I was doing pretty well doing that as a challenger, but really stick with the nutrition and the Shakeology. So I decided, if I have to say I'm a coach and I know that I'm paying this $15 membership fee each month, then I really want to be, the extra level of commitment. So that was my reason. And it didn't take very long for me to decide to go further and decide to work with it, maybe a couple weeks or whatever, of some people, some friends and family wanting to join me. And then at that point, I kind of started to realize what this business can be, both the way that you can affect people, like in an exponential fashion, you can affect people's health because you're training someone to train their entire team. So you're not just affecting the people you're personally affecting, you're affecting the people way down your downline, which is incredible, really. But then also that you are, that the other thing is just the potential of, for me, like, for those of you guys that don't know, I'm in medicine, I'm a physician. I like my job, but my passion has never been my career. My passion has always been my family. And because I also have to pay the bills every month, I need my job. And this has been the first time that I realized, like, there's something that might be able to get me away from this career that I set myself to, that I finally kind of felt a little bit stuck in, right? So as I've seen the potential of my business growing and then see other people, like at Summit, seeing all these people's success, I realized, like, this can be my, light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. And if I work this business, I can replace this business for my current career. And so that's my why. So, like, I'm not going to give up. If you're on my team and you're listening to this call, like, I'm never giving up. So I hope you guys aren't either, but I'm never giving up. So things can get hard, and they will, and they have. And sometimes I get discouraged, then I go to Shawana, she knows, but I'm not going to give up. No matter what, I'm not giving up. And that's because my why is so strong, okay? Because if my why was just like, this is fun, or I want to help people, like when people start saying no, I might be like, this sucks. I don't like being rejected. But, I know that it's a bigger thing. So that's your why. Make sure you know what your why is. In the same fashion, some of us, so my why is leaving my career. And that's the case for, I would say a good amount of people. That may be their why. If that's not your why, that is also okay. I have a ton of people on my team that love their jobs, and that's okay too. Your why might be more control over your schedule. Your why might be bringing your spouse home from their career. Your why might be, donating to some organization that you really believe in. Your why might be traveling a lot. That whatever it is, find what it is, what's going to drive you. And then know that your why is probably something that's kind of a future goal. And so I don't want you to feel like you're not, like, it's hard to think of that goal because it's so far away. So what I want you to do is set incremental goals to get there, okay? And there's a couple different calls that I'd recommend to y'all to maybe listen to. And when Shawana posts this, either she or I can do the link to a couple of these calls. Sarah Try had a call. I feel like it was towards the beginning of the year. It may have been sometime between January and March. I don't know. She had a call that talked about reverse engineering your goals. And that has been really great for me, because basically she laid it out. Like, if your goal is to make, $500 a week, this is how many new conversations you need to have. This is how many business invites you need to have. This is how many challenge group invites you need to have. And it's by the week. So that's an incremental goal. Because to me, I'm like, yes, in 2 to 3 years, I want to be able to step away from my medical career. But if that's what I'm thinking, like, I have no idea how to get to that place. That's like, oh, do I just need to work 24 hours a day nonstop? Well, I hope not, because you can't last through that. So now I have her call, and I have, okay, this is how much I want to make per week by the end of the year. And so this is how many tasks I need to get done each week. You can split it up into each day, but set incremental goals, because those you're going to attain, right? It's just like, I don't know if you guys have read The Slight Edge or The Compound Effect. You set these small habits that you're doing each day, and those are going to compound to reach a big goal for you. But you need to know what each of those goals should be. It has to be an actual number so that you can check that off the list. It can't be like, I'm going to talk to as many people as I can, because then as many people as you can might be one or none, right? So that's, you really want to have those goals. And the other call I'd recommend, actually, this is great because it was actually her call from last night. Again, Sarah Try. She has very good business calls, I think. So her call from last night, actually the past 3 weeks have been great, but last night she just laid down the law of, here's how your day should look and where you should be spending your time. And then here's how your month should look. In the first week, do this. In the second week, do this. And so we'll post that call, the recording, so you guys can listen to it. And then she had some slides, with all the numbers on it too, that I think is just great for those coaches just starting out. So you can really plan out your days and your month. And those are great incremental goals. You want to establish these little tiny goals as your daily habits, because believe it or not, 90% of what you do daily is a habit for anyone. Okay. So if you establish these things into habits, you're just going to keep doing them. It's going to become your routine. It's going to be your routine that you reach out to whatever it is, 5 to 15 people per day. That's going to be your routine. What kinds of habits are you creating? Are you creating a habit that after dinner you loaf on the couch in front of the TV? Well, that's fine if that's what you want, but that's not going to help you build your business. In The Slight Edge, she talks about if you spend 5 to 10 minutes a day reading some sort of book for personal development, right? Like a positive thinking type of book. Imagine how much you're going to have read by the end of the year versus vegging out in front of your TV watching, 30 minutes of The Bachelor or whatever. Like nothing, right? You're going to be a vegetable. So just think about that. Make these little habits that you're going to do each day, and then they're just going to become routine, and that's going to be your norm that you do that. It's so simple to do the things, but it's also really simple not to do them. So you really have to make sure, even if you have a checklist each day, this is what I do. That's what I do for my kids. That's what I have to do for myself too, right? These are my chores kind of for the day. View your goals as unbreakable promises. So don't just view them as declarations of intent, right? Don't say, I would really love to hit Success Club this month. That would be great. No, say, listen, my goal is every month I'm hitting SC5. Every month I'm hitting SC10, whatever you want it to be. You should at least be hitting SC5 if you want to build your business. If you want to rock your business, your goal needs to be SC10. And what I tell my coaches is that it's a non-negotiable for me. Okay, you guys, every month, my non-negotiable is that I hit at least SC10 and that I get my husband's account to at least SC5. I'm not going to quit until that happens. Now, when that happens, am I going to quit? No, right? Because really, I want to go further. But that's a non-negotiable for me. If it is the last day of the month and either of our accounts are at SC0, I am going to work my butt off all day long that last day, and it's not going to end up that way. Okay. Now, first of all, that doesn't happen, right? Because my goal is to get at least myself to Success Club by the 5th of the month so that I can then like breathe. But that's me. But I build myself before I build him. So like, for instance, should hit SC4 today, and we're already almost mid-month, but like, it's a non-negotiable. We're both going to be at Success Club. So my recommendation to you would be pick whatever that Success Club number is for you and make that a non-negotiable. You work until you reach that goal. Do you stop when you reach that goal? No, because that next person you're talking to, like if you were like, oh, well, I'm just going to talk to them next month. That person may have been the person that needed to hear your message today. So you don't stop. Okay. And for me, that is a possible challenger. That is someone else on the team. That is a coach that I'm mentoring. That's some other random person who asked me, I don't know, I know some other coaches that aren't even connected to our team. But if they ask me for advice, like I answer them because I don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. And so my recommendation would be never blow somebody off. Because a couple times I've been blown off and it makes you feel really crappy. And, that's not fair to make someone feel that way. Our job, like my personal opinion is that our job is to lift people up and to love on people, and then they'll start to love themselves and take care of themselves because of the way you're making them feel, right? So anyway, keep going and keep reaching out to people, okay? That should be you should have a non-negotiable goal that like, there's no way you don't meet that every month. And I don't know if any of you guys have either watched the movie or read The Secret. So I watched the movie, it's on Netflix, or it was. I watched it maybe like 4 months ago, and it's a little bit kooky, okay? But I think there's a lot of really good messages in it, kind of like that. Like if you think positive, if you expect positive things to happen, if you expect things to happen to you, they will, okay? What is that thing that they say? Like, no matter if you think you can or can't do it, that will happen, or whatever. Like if you think you can do it, you will. If you think you can't do it, you won't, what you think is what's going to happen. So if you're like, I'm hitting Success Club every month, then you're going to hit Success Club every month. Just do it. Okay. So that was number one. Sorry, that was really long. Number one, be completely committed. Number two, control the controllable. Okay. There are certain things that you can control and certain things that you cannot control, right? So I want you to think of 5 to 8 daily actions that you can control. So what does that mean? What are some things that you can control? In my opinion, I'm going to tell you what I think for me in the order of importance. Number 1, personal development. Okay, your personal development should come number 1. Okay, I do definitely have times in my business where I have not done as well. But I promise you, if you are sticking with your personal development and putting those positive thoughts into your head, you will be successful. And one thing that I heard on a team call recently that, I don't know, I just hadn't thought of, and now I'm like, that makes so much sense. Make time for your personal development when you wake up in the morning. So originally I was kind of doing it when I could fit it in, and a lot of times probably at night. And my husband and I do our workouts in the morning. And I thought, well, I don't want to, we're already waking up at 5 o'clock to work out. But what she said, and I thought this makes so much sense, is you want those positive thoughts to be with you throughout the day and affect how you are dealing with people throughout the day. Yes, it's great to also reflect at the end of the day and go, oh, here's my personal development. I should have done that. Oh, this would have been a good way. Oh, and reflecting on your day is great too. But you actually will have so much more effect on your day if you do your personal development when you wake up. And it doesn't have to be long. It can be 5 or 10 minutes, right? So kind of that's what I'm doing. Like I'm doing a little bit right before my workouts, and then I may do some more later during the day. But at least do that little bit, 5 or 10 minutes in the morning before you start your day. And it will, try it for a couple weeks and see how it affects both your attitude and your business. So personal development, number 1. What other daily actions can you control? Your personal nutrition and fitness. right? So that's all up to you. Someone else is not going to, you know, hold you down on the bed and not let you work out or shove chocolate in your mouth and not, you know, you are in control of your personal nutrition and fitness, okay? So that's number 2. Number 3, what things are you doing for your business? Facebook posts or whatever social media you use, Instagram posts, follow-ups, invites, personal messages, reaching out to people. You can control that, okay? No, you cannot control whether or not someone responds to you. You cannot control whether or not someone completes their enrollment, but you can control your side, right? And you can continue reaching out in a positive and, you know, nice way to see maybe why they're not or whatever. And, you know, like they say, I think it's in, well, maybe it was in one of the other books I read, but it's something like, you know, if you want 10 yeses, you have to get 100 no's, okay? So if you're frustrated that you're not getting the amount of yeses you want, well, then you need to be talking to a lot more people, right? And that's what you can control. You can control the number of people you're reaching out to. So what I want you guys to do after this call is decide on your 5 to 8 daily actions that you can control that you're going to concentrate on, okay? And I want you to rank them in most important to least important. And that can be like your checklist for the day, okay? So for me, like I said, my personal development is number 1. And then my personal nutrition and fitness is number 2, and then my business, okay? Because for me, like when I'm concentrating on my personal self, my business flourishes. Whereas when I'm like kind of going wacko, like sometimes my business sinks, right? So you have to decide for you what, you know, what those goals are. And then when you write them, I want you also to write how it's going to positively impact your business. So if you write personal development as number 1, I want you next to that write how that's going to positively impact your business, okay? So like, for instance, if you want to say personal development, whatever, 10 minutes a day, will put me in a positive mindset to start off my day or whatever. However, you know, for each one so that you can see how powerful it's going to be. Okay. Let me say one more thing about that. In Dave Ramsey's book, Entre Leadership, he talks about how if your business is failing, you're the problem. So don't blame anyone else. It's you. You can control that. If your business is failing, you're the problem. But what's the good thing about that? You are also the solution, okay? So if your business is not where you want it to be, you take it upon yourself to change it to where you want it to be, okay? And what does that mean? Well, it probably in our business means you need to reach out to more people. I have people all the time, not people all the time, but I have coaches frequently saying to me, well, there's no one for me to talk to. I don't understand. How are you getting, you know, these numbers? How are you? And I'm like, how many messages do you send out a day? Oh, well, I'm posting. Well, posting is awesome, and that is one of the vital behaviors, but you also need to be personally reaching out to people, even if it's, you know, what we always talk about, the easiest thing, in my opinion, because people don't think it's wacko. They think, oh, thank you for thinking of me, which is nice because we're not being fake, like I'm really thinking of this person, is to send happy birthday messages to people. That is the easiest place to start. You have however many friends, you probably have 4 to 10 birthday notifications that come out on your Facebook daily. You know, send them a message saying, I know you guys have heard this a million times, but do it, because so many of you still aren't doing it. So I'm going to keep saying it until you do it. Send them a message saying, happy birthday, Shawana. I hope you have a great day. Do you have any fun plans to celebrate? That's what I do. And then you've ended with a question. You know what? Half of the people probably don't respond to me. Half of the people say thanks, but don't answer my question. You know, but some people you've started a conversation with. And some of those people that I've sent random messages to now have come back and talked to me about joining a group. Would they have come back to me anyways? I don't know, maybe, but I certainly started a relationship with them, right? So either way, I'm not at a loss. I've formed a new relationship. Okay, number 3, be fully accountable. So this kind of goes with what we were just saying. You need to be accountable to yourself, your nutrition, your fitness, and your business, okay? I love that at Summit when Carly spoke to us at the Team Dynamite event, she said, she says to her coaches, I will never claim your victories, but I will also not take credit for your failures, right? So it is your business, okay? You need to be fully accountable to your own business. And what are some ways that we can be accountable? Because it's kind of hard. Yes, for sure you have to be accountable to yourself. But sometimes, at least for me, that's kind of hard because like I'm pretty good at rationalizing things and I'm pretty good at being in denial about stuff. But if I also have to be accountable to someone else, like that helps more. Okay, so find yourself a success partner, right? So then you have to be accountable to them too. And then the two of you can check in with one another and push each other. Find yourself, or not find yourself, you probably already have a mentor in the business. Either the person that sponsored you or, depending on how active that person is, maybe their upline coach or whatever. There are certainly mentors within our upline. Whether you don't think I'm a mentor and you're on my team, fine. Go to Shawana, go to Lauren, go to Sarah, whatever. Find yourself a mentor and be accountable to them. But I definitely think a success partner is really helpful, okay, to be accountable to them, to bounce things off of them, to, if you're having a rough day, text them and say like, I can't get my nutrition in check. Like, will you text me tomorrow and I'm going to tell you everything I've eaten or whatever, I was having trouble getting my workouts done and because I was being lazy. And so, one of my coaches on my team that I'm really close to, I said, will you just text me every morning? She's so nice. I said, this week, will you just text me every morning at 6 o'clock and make sure I get up? So every morning she texts me, get up and do your workout. It's working, right? And so, just someone that you can be accountable to. And if you're having struggles, then they'll help you through that. And if you have goals, then you'll help each other to achieve those goals too. You do not have to be the same rank as your success partner. However, I would recommend you be somewhat in the same mindset and have similar goals, because if one of you is coach level and the other one is 3-star diamond, like it's going to be a lot different. But talk to someone if they have a similar personality, if they come from a similar background, you're both moms, you're both whatever, in the same career, you both have a similar goal, you both want to be premier this year, you both want to be whatever, elite, whatever, so that you kind of know, let's push each other to reach that. So that's my last thing, try and find that success partner. And if you don't have a success partner, like reach out to your coach, reach out to myself or Shawana. We can try and set you up with someone, or we can also like do a, what is it called? Like in the news, not the news feed, on the team page where you say, hey, who's looking for a success partner, and tell me something about yourself. And then you can kind of match yourself up with someone that you think you might work out with. And I will tell you that you can have more than one success partner. And if it's not working out, that's okay. Because if you kind of think it's not working out, probably the other person thinks that too, but just feels bad saying it or something, so that's okay. Just keep connecting to each other and, like dating, Shawana says. And then if it's not working out, just tell each other, because you want it to be helpful for both of you. And that's okay, if you need to find somebody else or whatever. Whatever. So that's all I want to say about that. Okay, so I just want to reiterate your 3 disciplines of self-leadership. Be completely committed. You can control the controllable. So worry about that. And then be fully accountable. Okay, so your call to action for tonight is to list your 5 to 8 daily actions that you can control. List them in order of importance, 1 to 5 or 1 to 8, however you're doing it. And then next to your action, I want you to list how that's going to positively impact your business. hang this somewhere where you're going to see it. Hang it by your computer, hang it by on your bathroom mirror, wherever you're going to see it, to know each day, these are my important actions. This is what I'm getting done. I'm going to control this, and I will therefore be successful. Okay? Yay. Thank you for listening. Does anybody have any questions?
No, but I think that was a really good call, and I love the call to action. So I would like to do a contest with the entire team, my team, Amy's team. So if you do your call to action that she mentioned, and you show a picture of it posted and post in the team page, I will do a raffle and choose one out of whoever posted. I'm hoping that I will only do it if 5 or more people do it though. So if you guys do your call to action, show that you've written it down and that you have it posted somewhere, whether it's on your phone and you do a screenshot, whether it's on pen and paper and you have it posted, I will put your name in a raffle for a personal development book gifted by me. So I think that this was a really great call, and I listened to a lot of stuff on leadership today. I actually listened to Melanie Nitro, and one thing she said about also self-leadership and being a leader is that you never ever stop learning. So you never stop learning. You're never going to know everything there is to know about entrepreneurship. You're never going to know everything there is to know about leading a team. You're never going to know everything there is to know about the company that provides us with all the awesomeness. It's constant, and things are constantly changing. So, but the things that you can control also is being educated and learning everything that you need to know. Whether you're a new coach in this business, learn that, and just know that everybody's at different spaces. Everybody learns things in their own time, in their own way, and it's okay. And just make sure that you are also leading yourself, and know that you have full control of your business and where it's going to go. You have an amazing team. We're on an amazing team. We have lots of teamwork. But ultimately, it's up to you to make it happen. You can have all the resources out there, but if you're not making it happen, then it really is on you. But we are all here to help each other, and I never feel alone in this business. If I don't know something, I learn it. But I just thought about that with Melanie Mitro when she said that. And I also listened to Lewis Howes today, and he talked about how a lot of people are born leaders, and how we're all born leaders. We're all born to lead something. It's just that we don't realize it, and we don't utilize it. So it takes people like us to tell people, hey, you can make things happen for yourself. You can make dreams come true. You can make things work for you. You just have to believe it. And part of that is part of these disciplines in personal development. So personal development will make you realize that there's plenty of things that you can do, and personal development is a lifelong. It just is. It just is. And the compound effect, you threw that in there, and I think that this was an awesome call. So that's all I have so far. I feel like I rambled, but I hope I made sense. I'm just really passionate about this 3 disciplines of self-leadership, and I really like the call. So Anna, thank you for being on. Like, you're like on tonight, and you're a brand new coach. Look at you, girl. So
I had difficulties in the beginning.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording.